Good afternoon again from my neck of the woods. Welcome to the Unifier Hour. Good morning, good evening, in whatever time zone you may find yourself. My name now Valda Kaikai, me na the host for the Unifier Hour, and I want to say a very big welcome to we all. Una welcome for join we. And as una don't join we, I want make una share the link we una use for join we. We dey na every single one of we social media platform them. We dey una can catch we on YouTube, we dey on Facebook, we dey on X, we dey on what's this one called now? We dey on LinkedIn and we dey on Instagram. And una can also reach me by phone using WhatsApp at +232 75052 Una can reach we anybody where they anywhere in Europe or North America. Una can reach we on +1 778 732 2180. If una call their number, then they una can ask a question directly while we day on air, and we will do our best for answer una. As usual, I want to welcome we panel guests them. I want to bring on this afternoon Mr. James Hallowell. Mr. James, come on and say hello and bring greetings to the audience.
And people on our duo, we're glad again for joining us today.
Thank you, Mr. Hallowell. And Mr. Usman Kamar, come on and say hello to our audience.
Hello, Fambulem. Una good evening, and I'm glad for there again with you now.
Thank you. Well, me fumble them as usual. We go straight into questioning. Today we want for continue we focus on education na salon. Me when I the hostess, I go school na salon, and we two panel guests there also go school na salon. So we want to start by sharing some of we own experiences na the education system na salon. So I go start with Mr. Hallowell. Mr. Hallowell, what are some of the significant moments of your own education na salon where you can remember where they make you proud for say you go your basic education na salon at least?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much for the question. Some of me significant moments the way I remember na salon, where I'm in the go school day. Now how the time when I go through from primary school, then I move on at the next stage when I'm in secondary school. That's in me get senior. When me get junior secondary school, when me get senior secondary school. And then from there, I move, go teacher education training program, and then before finally I go university. You know, now me very important moment for me because irrespective of the lack of resources or the low availability of resources by that time, the education system was good, it was sound, it able to help me, and it give me the fundamental requisites where I end up for kind of use today in the United States, where na master's no more I pursue in the United States, but all the other prerequisite I get will lead me to the master's education in the United States. Now from Sierra Leone. And I really find out, yes, even though we're not going to compare the level of education in Sierra Leone to here, I find out, say, that prepare me well, unlike what they happen. I able read, I able understand, I able give back of what at the land. Unlike what they happen today, we will get a pool of people who already come out school. Some man they be able to continue. Some man when he come out, for even right, no problem. Some man, you get a lot of problem inadequacies with the current system of education system as well.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hallowell. Mr. Usman Kamara, tell me about you own at least one or two significant moments where you remember during your own school education na salon, your experience, we prepare you for Uda UB today.
Valda, I tell you, thank you for the opportunity. Actually, some of my experience in Sierra Leone as a young man going to school, I cherish those moments because it helped build the foundation for what I be today. You know, I go St. Edward's Primary School. I be there, Wilkinson Road. I remember they take motoka early morning with me mommy for go. Let me na Shaka Stevens Street. I work na Samagot. I go up na St. Edward's Primary School. You know, I remember Pastor Mambouz. We sit on a class together. So I remember them days. There are many people where today I look back and say, man, I remember in our little days, now Fort Street. Then they cook bulgur. You know, don't then school they go na school angry. When I'm getting school feeding program, St. Edward's Primary School, per child. Then people in the world grow up, you know, then they cook food for we eat the bulgur or we eat, you know, the donuts. And I remember then days, then I come out secondary school, I go to technical secondary school. So I learn not only theory but practical. Where today are able know how to measure, know how to cut metal, know how to cut wood, or even when it comes to building, somebody explain about certain things about building. Are able to understand and relate because of my technical school. So those foundational knowledge we gain at Sierra Leone helped me a lot. Even with what I do now as a missionary, building school, building churches, building stuff, I'm able because of my technical experience, you know, and even to the point of getting into politics in the United States and dealing with the public in the United States and even coming back to Sierra Leone. So for me, the foundation we don't did it because some of we not grow up with a silver spoon. So we go to the so-called government schools. So we learn the hard way with the waka by foot, you know, for get puda. Or sometimes that I remember my school days, and they waka from technical, take out Wilkinson Road. Or they can keep company a road and they talk and laugh and play. By the time you know you don't pass Congo course, you don't pass smartphone, you don't pass collegiate, you don't know your area. So those are the you know we building we and then they whip you. Let me they whip you in a school. You know, now you know they do corporal punishment. But some of we then they put you and they back you front the assembly and whoop you. You know. I mean I need to promote that. But some of these things now help we become who that we be today. So part of my experience going in Sierra Leone and going to school in Sierra Leone, the teachers were dedicated. The school system was a little strict, and some of we come out of the humble homes. You know, we find it hard to learn and for relate with kids that we come out of more wealthy homes. You know, but believe it or not, we were all in it together. And today we thank God for that beginning day.
Okay, Una, thank you very much for reminiscing about Una's school days. I want for just let we look back still a little bit. Let we talk about school results because if I understand Una correctly, Una go school during the time when they do work, um, um, GCE O level, GCE A level. How Salon been the rank then 10 and day among the other West African country then? I go start with you, Mr. Osman Kamar.
Well, I mean, the WAEC exam, normally the whole of West Africa, they take you know, we get it from five, from six, lower six, higher six. Those days were very competitive, you know, and the report cards, of course, you know, you get your first term, second term, third term, and there was always competition in class. You know, we always look forward to the national exam and look forward to the WAEC exam when the whole of West African state they take them. And Sierra Leone, they rank very high. You know, if I can remember them days, You know, I mean, you can see some guys where we go school, and then this and they will be very good in the math and the sciences. And today they go to the Americas, they are some of the chemical engineers, you know, in US because of that foundation. So Sierra Leone, the educational system was very, very good. We go to a science lab, we see different apparatus, we able to play with them, touch them, and able to do things, experiments. I remember we get frog, you know, we get frog and split the frog open in the science lab. So you find out, say, some of those salon then education and it was very, very competitive, and the teachers were very dedicated, and the students want to learn, and there was competition. And we get other things that will be the encouragement as well with the sports, inter-secondary school sports, you know, intersec, we call it. Those days were good old days, and we're always looking to go, and we're very proud of our schools. You know, because there's spelling competition, you know, you get stuff like that. So the West African organization, Salon began very high, and the student them, most of them picking, and they will go to school in the 80s, 70s, 80s. Today, doctors, lawyers, engineers, most of we work abroad, we are all in a higher ranks in the US or England or everywhere you can call a Sierra Leone we go school in the 80s.
Thank you, Mr. Usman. Mr. James.
Yes, well, in connection with within Mr. Usman say, yeah, I believe say yourself, Mr. go to similar experience. That will mean they look at WAEC say the West Africa Examination Council, especially the GCO level General Certificate of Education. You may look and say that the exam this will determine me success in life or me failure. Because I remember the internet, the people, and when they not pass WAEC, when they prepare, they don't prepare them for 5 years. Then go see the General Certificate of Education. And they're not able to make, and they become so frustrated. So man not able move. When they laugh, when we get people who they laugh, say they don't sit 10, then are customers of WAEC. The one that keep making, we see the result come out. Somebody get ones, we they look for people who get ones. We they look for the first division, distinction, division 1, division 2s. We know sit around and then get places at the university. You see, so and as soon as that result they don't come out, we know say you make up, or you know say you make up. You know say now I get placed in college, and when you go to college, you're not different person. You know, you're able to acquire knowledge, you're able to acquire skills for come back, not only for come work, but even for serve your community. You see. Then in connection with some of them extracurricular activities, the way Mr. Osman may try to talk about, you know, we only get the intersect, we also get the school leagues. The school leagues, same way, they bring we kind together. You know, me go St. Francis, you look at where St. Francis, they play benevolent secondary school or batch. You know, you get so much tension in the air, you see. But all of the activities and they contribute, you know, for make our education remarkable. We enjoy them, and when we get the phrase where they say school days are not the best, but the happiest. The beating you, of course. Mr. President, they cane me, I go through or beating, you know, but that not deter me. I able to move forward and acquire all the necessities that was supposed to get to prepare me for come studying at the United States.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for the submission, Dende. I want move we on a little bit. You know, I'm sure even during the internet day, the education system not been perfect. Because myself go school na salon, um, we take WAEC. I remember how people them they study, uh, like a we so because we been get generator on our house, but who of the neighborhood pikin and they come for can study to we so that they go get light. People they be they take buckets and they carry buckets full up out with water, dip them foot inside the men and not go sleep. For men and pull their all nighters, especially the night before the particular paper. Cola. Now they made the line for its cola because people in they eat cola for stay awake. You know, and sometimes not even just the night before. Sometimes then they begin study 3, 4, 5 days before the paper where they get for go sit so that then go do well. And yes, it be very competitive, healthy competition being there, and people then be really they take on seriously. Unlike what we dey hear these days, but what I want for just bring up now something where Chief Minister David Senge say. He talk about transformative policies where they implement under this bio administration. A claim say them policy there, they implement them in order for instigate fundamental shifts across the country in sectors like the economy, the environment, healthcare, education, and a few other areas. Among the other area there, they talk about the Basic and Senior Secondary Education Act of 2021, where then passed into law around that time day. Um, Wetin are some aspects of this act where una aware of? Let's start with you, Mr. Hallowell.
Um, before I go into the act, that in statement where you the talk about so for enactment of policies for create some fundamental shift. I think so there's a problem right there because unfortunately most of the policies the way this government don't enact, we're not able to see any fundamental shift. In fact, with problems then that they go from bad to worst. On a fair note.
I'm glad the way you key into that because when we listen to him and he just say fundamental shift, my first question with that was shift up or down?
Well,
Who's one only choose?
I would say shift down. Then they go at base. Let's speak the fact. That's the truth. Because the purpose of policy now for impact people in life and bring the desired change. But if years from the term when I don't enact, from 2003 to now, we not see education improve, instead it seems for the take the worst, then there is a problem. And one thing will captivate my mind, now the fact say, there is a section where the entire for talk say they want to pull people in minds from violence and for make sure say they channel them directly for impact them meaningfully, then behavior and otherwise. But the problem there is measure currently the kind level of violence. And was it today? I mean, just they read. Whether it's guy for talk say, well, they know they say salon not safe for, but let anybody where they go, they get for keep a second eye, get for make sure say in eye open. Because anything can happen to her. Well, maybe the timeline still too small. But then Lord take note of a lot of things that will happen. And some of the problems, then back to the question where you asked just now.
Yeah.
I think say on 20 teachers then still high, then ratio very high in the education system. That now one thing where the policy say, then for address. But still they're not able, I don't think say they're not able to make any meaningful impact on that. Then again, the standard of education, the quality is low. The free primary education would enact where the president may proclaim where he can, where drive for the policy. You look, if you train picking they don't do 6 years of primary education, they don't do 3 years of junior secondary school education, they do another 4 years of senior secondary school education. Then manage and go university, but some of them they're not able to read and express themselves properly. There is a fundamental problem there. We look at instructions, now the school, and also even the how you call them, the medium of assessments. All of them things are things that we still very challenging. And then at the heart of education, na Sierra Leone, will need for the address. So these are some of the challenges that we have, where if they not do something, we keep on wasting our resources and we're not able to move forward. We're not able to go anywhere. And we already know, say, illiteracy is very high in Sierra Leone. And today, it still creates a problem. In fact, I see all the reports, where I'm just browsing away and saying that 8% of the Pekin are able to read. When a UNICEF and do that report there. And again, then it creates some, that was 2022. It creates some it creates serious worries for anybody when our education is on our academics.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Hallowell, for your submission. Mr. Usman?
Yes, Valda. Hello, Valda.
Yes.
Mike, always say, when it comes to the talk, or when it comes to the policies or the paper, Sierra Leone don't lack that. We don't lack that at this country. Chief Minister in statement, it's good to hear, but it's not implemented. Not just something where you see physically touch them or no say this in a reality they talk about so. It fancy and it sound good, but that action that they talk about for expansion of school, development and building more schools, free and quality, that all look good on paper. But go around the country and look at the schools and look at the environment and look at the condition of learning conditions and see if the anything out they put as policy, if it take effect. Like you talk about violence. I mean, look at what they do to the teachers at Cotton Tree, because they find them and they cheat or do whatever crime, publicly disgrace them. But these are your teachers, but then you are the people are making the policy. Una they do things that worse, but it's a different cane. So for me, some of the times I can always say, if you look in the books, the stuff that is written there, it's very, very good. The policies, but to implement these policies is the problem. There's free education, but it's not quality. The education is free, but it's not quality. But then at the first time this in the history, women know say, them pull picking it out not for take exam. Then disqualified and say they're not qualified for take the exam. And these are registered students. But who picking it not able to take the last wax or whatever exam because they don't meet certain criteria. But again, are free and quality. But there's a whole set, thousands of them that are not able to get the opportunity to take the exam. Yeah?
So I can come.
Right. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Don't. I'll be forcing you, don't.
Yeah. So you find out, say, the policies are there, the act is there. Chief Minister can talk the big English and make it look sense per book or per paper. But log on at the gun, now we see of what he say, that shift where they say the shift. It is shift for progress or it is shift backwards. We all go to school in this country. The kind of education we see right now, you don't even compare them with people that will go to school in the 80s, the 90s, and 2000s. So just look at the difference. How
Mr. Mege, where call the country, we know the area where you they talk. So maybe after this, if you go take a few minutes and maybe put your phone on DND. I don't know if you go able to do that, and then later after you don't answer this, done. Okay. Mr. Hallowell, I think so you be one jumping on something.
Yeah, but let me the make something we kind of in mind where I mean just one. Okay, fine. Yeah. I surprise again for pool picking them outside of examination and prevent them make them not sit. Now Sierra Leone, I learn and I can't see I'm back now. That when you catch somebody the spy in an examination hall, the examiner not to prevent the person making no sit.
Mm-hmm.
They allow for completing in paper. They complete in paper, but in paper, then can mark, especially for WAEC, then they put on a separate packet.
Mm-hmm.
And then the examiner get for write a statement and comment. But that's person and they allow for take the exam, and that paper they did go way to WAEC. They say you not mean get any rights for make sure for prevent that person making not take the exam. Even as Salona land back, that when the university don't admit somebody, then for make sure see the person go to, except where in a case of indiscipline or other acts them we go against student ethics or university ethics can
Mm-hmm.
prevent that person there. So I surprised for let me land say when in case speaking is spy and pull on a door, they're not allowed for take the exam. I think it's completely unfair to the students there.
Thank you. There are a number of ways where I can carry this go, but I want for let we talk a little bit about this particular basic and senior secondary school education act, because this act then passed into law 3 years ago, and anybody will get any general knowledge around change implementation, if they be crystal clear, say, especially 3 years later, you they see the concrete manifestation of the effect of any kind systemic change where they don't implement. Waiting with a see na saloon. I think Mr. Usman Kamara even mentioned where them stop picking them for take the exam. But the other thing where we see now that some school then, the whole school, they not allow them for take exam. We see say boku people then where they come out salon, they come. Even we Naya, we don't see people there we come out salon in the last few months. For write simple English self, they're not able. And our English with the land where we go school. For write simple statement, simple text message, they're not able for doing properly. You they see the spelling, you they wonder if not the same school there where we go, then go. And then same school then they still there. The teacher then obviously go don't change. But not the same school there we go. St. Edward's School Day, that's up with the high school, then St. Edward's Day, PO Day, Grammar School Day, Collegiate Day, Academy Day, the Girls School, then Methodist Girls High School Day, Convent Day, Annie Walsh Day, FSSG Day, um, Technical Winner Mixed School Day, Model Winner Mixed School Day. You know, the school day is still day. But the education where we they see, they manifest from the one day where we they meet, we just come out salon. It just too different from waiting we been get where we go. Where we go school na salon. So my question where I want ask now that they show clearly say some of them change their way they don't make. When I in we they see the manifestation of 3 years later, it all look like you get the impact where at least on paper then tell we say na in them want. If you dey in that position dey, wetin are some of the things that we you go advise for either adjust or maybe look into how you go try for correct when you don't see say you implement something in other work. Wetin are some of the correctionary measures we education system need for let we begin, because fine for let in the 80s we education system we education level nas alone, it was low but it wasn't in the below 20%, it been there closer to 50 and 60%. Now when you check we education rate, we literacy rate nas alone, it's closer to 20%. And it obviously is a result of the education system where we get. So what are some of the correctionary measures where we think say go help with system Nasalon? Let's start with you, Mr. Usman Kamar.
Uh, Valda, Valda, some of the things what we need to do, first of all, the Ministry of Education, therefore, inspect what they expect. Inspecting what you expect, meaning if you don't put certain changes in place for 3 years, maybe you need to go back to the drawing board and go look, this will be put in place, effective or not effective. And the corrective measures then go start by evaluating your expectation, first of all, and then going on the ground and finding out if what we put on policy, if it really, that change they don't apply to the people in life. So the first thing, the Minister of Education, do they have the right person with the right passion, with the right knowledge, with the right experience as the Minister of Education? Not to say because somebody get PhD, you can make a minister of secondary, whatever, where you know get really, it's not an educationist or not to somebody who is passionate about picking and learn one or how to change the system. You get to put the right person at the right position. That's the first thing, because when the football team not win, most of the time now the coach and the fire, but not only the coach they go play, but now they in charge for pick the team. So maybe the minister himself therefore be evaluated, see if not the right person. Then you come down to the under them. Yeah, you look at them too. Are they doing their jobs? Are they really passionate about this? Are they really good at what they say they do? Then after that you go down the ladder, down to the schools now. The principals, the headmasters, the teachers, are they the right people? You look at all the environment of the school. Not over just build the structure. If you don't get the right personality inside where they teach the beginner with passion and have the love for that, the beginner not going able to acquire anything. So it starts from the top. Okay? Not to talk the talk. It starts from the top. Make sure the right person at the right position. Then you evaluate coming down to the schools. Yeah? So the system get overhauled. Now we can get people who are able to write the policies, but they will never be on the field. They don't even get experience as a teacher in the classroom. They make a minister of education. I don't know who run as the minister now, in fact. But I'm just saying that when they select somebody for lead something, at least that person they get an experience, that field day, and able to prove them over the years, say this is their calling or this is their field of education, and they're able to handle this administratively and even come down to the classroom. So for me, if I get to make a change, I start at the top.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kamar. Mr. Hallowell.
Well, based on me, what me know, when you implement a policy, and then you find out, say, the policy not creates your own desired impact, you can resort to some of these actions. And I think, say, Usman already they highlight them. But first, you can do what's in called a midterm review of the policy. So let's say this policy then did not say not get for did it forever. It will cover certain time, whether not 10 years, not 12 years, not 4 years, not 6 years. But definitely there's going to be a time we then go review. But for the mere fact say the implementation don't start, and then the see say they make much impact, but again, what say fisherman not go say fish spoil. You understand? For the mere fact say it creates the desired impact, so then get the right and get the opportunity for conduct an immediate review of the entire policy. And as then they conduct this review, then get for make sure they keep an eye on the goal of public education in Sierra Leone. Exactly. And then they make sure say then link also to the goal of the policy, because based on what I'm saying, call it a progressive act. So something where progressive, nothing where they create room, for adjustment along the way. you get an opportunity for adjust am. So it's not kind of like a static. For say pass it done, we end goals then before we able to do something. So somewhere along the way, this is along the way, when the thing not work, and for make sure so we can't sit down back, we do some adjustment then. In fact, now then they go make a much more impact. You see how? Then I feel to say the other thing with them for consider and for strengthening monitoring and evaluation of the entire policy itself. The monitoring and evaluation get for be continuous, not to just again a one-time phase. If we go through the all the phases of evaluation, maybe where the one the way designing policy can design or can map out. Say, okay, we get pre or post or midterm, all of things in day. You get for make sure say they go through because one, you want gather reports, you want gather information as to what in work, what in not work, and you want for great room for implements the best practices. So therefore, na it make you get for be open to reviews, and then somewhere along the line you keep making the necessary adjustments. But again, I know with people learn. It's about making the document and get the aid. But going back to review the document, say, okay, you know, this time in the road, this are the roadmap we don't create. Now this will get for do, now this will get for do, now this will get for do. The time knocking day. Then again, one big thing we me know when I don't go able to get detail feel of them, but one big thing I just to see a flowery, a good, a sweet for read. The English is good, but not so that need to look at. Now the impact you get for look at. And then as I begin read all of the jargons, it's so nice that one thing begin kind of in mind, now the resources. Of course, I know say they told me they left Sierra Leone. I don't know. I mean, also the Ministry of Development and Education and they get more donor aid passport for now. I don't know, especially with the corruption, the undemocratic process where they go on. I don't know how aid don't affect the system, external aid. How maybe they don't cut them down, they don't lower them, or they still they pump so much aid. But if the resources there, then we will do a good job. If the resources not there, not just a matter of flowery, ambiguous, and big statements. At the end of the day, not much is going to be achieved. And now in with the CISO. That this tool is there, the tool is there for set the standard, for set the pace, the roadmap there, but the implementation right there is a problem. And therefore, the entire scenario will happen now, even though where the real existence theory of do no harm, but it seems as if this is doing harm than the good way they expect the policy for.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hallowell. Yes, one of the area then we I know say this particular act, they actually try for implement almost immediately. Now the access, they increase access so drastically with this act that we see boku students them begin for go school. In fact, say salon quick then take something we can joke. We will see plenty enactment or drama enactment now social media where them in the show my media will not be ever get the opportunity for go school. Now they wear school uniform, then they talk say they don't talk say now I can go school. So me say if they go school, let me say if go learn book. But one of the things that we I see now what be they read something we then call global partnership education. Then claim say in 1 year after this free quality education implementation, then get 2.5 million students we enroll. And we not see a corresponding increase in the number of school buildings where they put up. I wonder if any of you are aware of waiting at the ratio for school buildings per capita na Salone, and whether or not then they actually they in effect. I go start with you, Mr. Hallowell.
Yeah, I not get the information on the ratio. Yes, I not get the information on the ratio. But what you know, yes, I'm here. You say school enrollment don't increase. I mean, then are the news, then are the local news and some other international news. The school enrollments don't increase. But just as you talk, there is the problem of the infrastructure. I've seen one report where I wish I'm able to get hold of them, but because of time, something grid we don't use where them they try for use. I think for in terms of the infrastructure for use for access the infrastructure, but I'm not able. I think I see I'm not the internet, but I'm not able to go through. But me no say infrastructure na serious problem na Sierra Leone. The schools them so boku, what they say, the students and so boku that they know the infrastructure not they match the need for even the school enrollment. You see, so there's always a problem there, and whereas you're not able to get the infrastructure straight away right there, it affect the quality of education. They affect the quality of service we need for be provided.
Okay. So overcrowding.
Now one thing that we will see.
Okay. All right. Mr. Usman Kamar.
Yes, Valda, when you talk about this policy, in fact, infrastructural development, building more schools was part of that act. And I believe, say, if I'm not mistaken, I think there was 100 schools where the president probably then construct or then open up or whatever. But the population of students,
Let just correct you on that. They small. There was
yeah,
a symbolic opening of
okay,
100 schools. We be
okay,
supposed for serve 35,000 students. It was just a symbolic opening,
that's
but it
symbolic. Okay,
wasn't constructed.
yeah,
Yes.
okay. So they were supposed to start at 100 schools, right? And now because of the free education, most people in one can register can schools. And the population Boku now, they don't get infrastructure, not get school. So now you get for there's demand and supply. You get more demand for education, but less supply of infrastructure or less supply of teachers or qualified teachers. So you find out that there is a problem. In other words, they don't do the analysis. They realize, say, yes, we get a lot of students we need for going to school, and they have this symbolic 100 school creation. I mean, this is the flagship program, right? And I don't see if they really take them as a flagship program, free and quality. Like I always say, the education at Salon right now is free, but not quality, because there is no the infrastructure is very it's a debt trap. Some schools are debt traps. You don't even afraid for carry picking good because either go collapse or some wall go for them, or rain can mess up things, or they don't even get probably roof. And well, of course, we know of the dominion under the tree. I mean, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, all I try to say is you get more picking them, you don't get the infrastructure for put them, or a more conducive or healthy place or good learning environment for them to be able to learn good and quality stuff, you know. So the talk a day, the policies then day, the symbolism a day, but the actual physical, tangible proof they're not there. You go around the country, you say go see say this now just no more talk because really I don't go in some schools. It's sad. Now gone the picking and the sit down. I go to the rural areas, especially the rural areas. Sometimes they picking and then at least because they don't get any structure for letting sit on land. So now that bamboo house, also na dirty, what they call, so na gone and they sit down, they don't get furniture, the school no built properly, or also all man now they start school because there is money making in it, right? They don't have the right passion when they want to make school because the demand is high, you know. But anyway, all this stuff about expanding the infrastructure and all that stuff, it's all good in the books. But Valda, if you go around the country and see yourself, even in Freetown, in the western area, supposedly the capital of Sierra Leone, you see some schools, you go wonder if not the capital it is. It's sad.
Thank you so much. One of the motto there, where we the hear this particular government to go with, na talk and do. But from every testament of waiting we they see na the country, na talk, but no do, not they happen. But I'll just ask one last question. There was something where when you talk about education, in order for implement any policy, if you don't get the goal there, what you want for achieve, what you want for accomplish, generally, most country then, where they invest in education, then they educate the population for make them go get a good, strong workforce in the future. Then they educate them, picking them because not them, not the future of the country. Then they educate them for make them go able for think critically. Because critical thinking now one of the skill the way you need for able for bring better governance into play. Then they educate them, picking them because they need for build that human capital where tuma now then go they run the country. Then they educate the picking them because they need for feed the employment sector. When you educate you picking them, when you educate the population, then you they get a pool of potential employees where then go able for employ. Country then they educate for make them go able for develop what we call the blue collar sector. They want their way now way without them buildings no go work because you need plumber for lay, you get water na your hose for lay, you get water for flush your toilet. And if we get flush toilets, all them basic necessity there. You need roofer, you need a masoner, all them one in there. You need carpenter for build nice furniture for make your house look nice. And when they educate, and they also educate for develop homegrown expertise. Any of them are evident within we salon education system. I want to start with Mr. Hallowell.
Yes, not true. The evidence. I remember when they introduced the 6334 system. Then at one point, them they tell we say now for develop that middle level, manpower way for address then things that we talk about. We need technical experts then way for address the water system, the fire system, technical jobs them. Now so them they refer to them. So even when them develop the system, we focus on the cognitive, psychomotor, and affective domains. Yeah. So, but again, just as I tell you just now, we'll go back to that. The resources were not there. The resources, they're not able to provide them for provide the requisite education or instructions or practical medium where go empower the students them. So when I say go come out and we meaningfully engage in the communities, day. In fact, that can be worsened by the Civil War. When the Civil War broke out now, then begin destroy the infrastructure. Then when they see some infrastructure, they go and they build some community and they left then they. So during the Civil War, they end up for destroy all. So yes, we education system na Sierra Leone, even the current education system and the policy take note of that, but The challenge here is now the implementation, the resources and the implementation. That's not the problem.
So will they see any evidence of then kind of thing they are actually being developed within the education system? Like for say inside salon, we know say this person na Sierra Leonean educated engineer, this person na Sierra Leonean educated teacher, quality educated teacher, this person na Sierra Leonean educated um carpenter, na master carpenter, we can build any kind of furniture. You will they see that kind of development there inside salon? That's the crux of my question within the
Yes, we do.
education system.
We do. Pass if you don't change. But the tell women they yes, you see some of them. Sierra Leonean born, train, then they come back for teach, for come back some they serve them communities in different ways. We see.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Hallowell. Mr. Kamar.
All right, Valda, um, when you talk about technical training, the 10-year-old to go school, like I don't tell you earlier, you get the technical institute where we train people in woodwork, metal work, building engineering and all that. I think we don't lost Dandy as a nation right now. We are noticing there is emphasis on that anymore. Not all man cut out for be university students. Not all man cut out for go do science or whatever. Some people in there, God gift them for land, be a carpenter, be a welder, be a masoner, be a plumber, be an electrician, you know. And honestly, these are the people these days that are making money. They are making money. People, some of the people that want to go school with are technical. Some land and get their own carpentry shop, some get their own welding shop. And we go to them today to fix our stuff. You know, you not go look down on them and say they're not go to university, but then get a trade where the university students need. And now there's no jobs anyway. So you go get all this big degree, PhD, and all that stuff. You don't get job. But that welder, that carpenter, that masoner, that auto mechanic, there's always jobs for them. Now this mentality we need for change. That not all man cut out for university.
Yes.
Some man, they let you learn the basic education. He able to read, write, and comprehend. And when you don't learn that basic day, if you want to be carpenter now, masoner now, you want to be lawyer and doctor now, you can do that. But at least you forget that foundation. I remember I get a meeting with the former president, J.S. Momo. I was 16, 17 years old. When I sit with President Momo, nine oaths, I asked and say, President, how you become a president? President Momo said to me, Bobo, now comprehension, reading and comprehension. Then they give me, while I read, I answer the question, now they I pass, they put me in the military. Now they I work my ranks now come up, till I become brigadier. Then I end up, I can become president. He was not highly educated. But one thing where he make a learn, you for know the basics. If you're able to read, write, and comprehend. So, like when we start my school, for the past 17 years, I start from class 1 to class 6. The whole goal that for teach the picking them how to read, write, and understand English. So that you can able to sign a contract. So you able to sign your name. So if somebody brings something to you, you go able to read them and understand and able to communicate. So when you don't get that basic knowledge, you can able to build on that. If now university now you want to go, you can go. Me now they create a school where I get both theory and practical. Because I believe so we don't lost that art for teach the picking them how to be a masoner, how to be a carpenter, how to be a plumber, how to be an electrician, how to be an engineer. Because people know they build hostel now, we not go university. Oh. They not go university, oh. But then they build hostel like good engineers. They don't get the big name, say you're an engineer. But if they build the host like an engineer, will get a degree. You understand? So for me, I feel that Sierra Leone, we get to get back to that, not only the book sense, but apprenticeship, where people don't learn the trade, able to forget about the way they train them intentionally, not to just say come like bodies. No, let we get institute where they intentionally train picking them, where for be carpenter, masoner, welders, electricians, engineers, or even business. The people do business and marketing. They're not gonna business school. Oh. My mama is selfish, they educate me. He not gonna business school. But it's a big old dove court, go sell, he go funky, I go buy him. He dry him, he go na dove court, he dry him, he sell him. he put me school without aim blind. Nobody not put on a university. Oh. So let we change that mentality. There are
Mm.
many people today who not go school, but they are very responsible and very and wealthy today. They say by Lobari, it says Salamikoka. Anyway, la left so.
Mm. Thank you so much, Mr. Kamara. Yes, indeed. Now one of the things and all man as one line became be doctor, lawyer, teacher, waiting. But yeah, we need for develop we blue collar sector. And the only way we can do them now for ensure say and get the fundamental education and then move into the internet. Even then country where we did, like the country where we did, so Canada, then get waiting and call the red seal. For you get your red seal, you get to go through 6 stages of apprenticeship. And after every stage of apprenticeship, then get an exam where you go right. And the exam not only about your trade where you did learn, if not plumbing you did learn, that exam then not only about plumbing. If not carpentry you did learn, that exam then not only about carpentry and which you supposed for don't learn at that level one day. Say you move where you don't done the 6th stage, then they tell you say you not red seal. Where red seal then give the same, then accord and the same honor where then they give person we go university. So yeah, we get beaucoup ways for expand our education system and for do some homegrown expertise. Wait now, one area down the way I not see say they happen na salon. We know we know so much they focus on homegrown expertise. In fact, plenty of we everyday talk can really bring down we own um local strengths because you dey hear people then they talk say I say things made in England, you say Ogiri. What does that mean? Ogiri, no, anyway, I'm not getting on a soapbox this afternoon, but we really need for respect some of we own local expertise, local knowledge, and develop them into a respectable career where people then go earn good and decent income and able for afford one bag less. They no need for go buy cup. By the way, David Senge. Almost people then they eat less by cup. When you look family size na salon, four na small family picking of family of four picking na small family. Now you dey talk say e okay for the people they able afford for buy less by cup. At least if they develop them kind of sector, there are people then go able for buy that bag less, we then go to eat for the month. And the people then, and I thank you very much. We want to deal with we today. We don't come to the end of we time. I want for bring on we panelists again. May then can say one last word to owner. I don't know if they get any last word we they want bring to owner, but I go bring on Mr. Hallowell. Mr. Hallowell.
Yes, Fambulen. Una thank you for the time we una spend for listening to we. Again, we try for tell una say this conversation we get some through the opportunity of Dr. Richard Conte. Dr. Richard Conte na an educator, na a statesman, na elderly statesman, and he don't work in civil society. And it gets a program where it develop for Sierra Leone. And we serve all want for be part of that program, for come, for bring help to una. Una love enough forget her. We will knock on our doors at any time.
Thank you, Mr. Hallowell. Mr. Kamar.
Me fumble them. I tell on a me fumble that. I tell on a thank you for this opportunity. I tell Dr. Richard Conte thank you for opening this platform. For we talk about education. First of all, Dr. Conte, na a lecturer, na educationist. He get a school, a very progressive school in Sierra Leone right now, where they produce good and basic education for them here, where they go university level and they do very well. So he knows about education. He is an educationist. He was a teacher. He was a lecturer. So I tell and thank you for the way he provide this platform. Again, the Unifier, we all know one. It get better plan for Sierra Leone. Thank you, Valda, for your own way of bringing this all together. And I tell me family and thank you for listen to we every Saturday. And we look forward to bring more issues and then we discuss more how we go better with education system. That's alone. Through the unifier, we believe say salon education system, it not only go be free, but it will be quality.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, me fumble them. We stay with we, una don't listen to we, the Unifier Hour, with the Canto una from all over the world. And we know say we get audience all over the world. So once more, I say good afternoon, good evening, good morning to each one of we audience. We dey look forward for day return back next week Saturday, same time, same place. Thank you.